So real fast, just wanted to give a quick thank you to all of our subscribers out there and to everyone that's been watching our videos. Yeah, I really enjoy making these videos and sharing these projects with you guys. So all your comments, your support, your views, your likes, everything, it really means a lot. So again, a huge thank you to everyone out there, and stay tuned because we have some really cool videos coming up in the next few months that I think you're gonna like. So that's enough chit chat. I'm gonna get to work. So our motorhome is a 2004 Monaco Windsor, Class A, but this little project that I'm gonna do could be done on pretty much any RV. So I'm gonna be in this compartment right here. It's the water and electrical bay. It always makes me wonder why they combine water and electric in the same bay, but oh well. So here's my hose reel right here. This has been disconnected since I did the watchdog video. If you guys haven't seen that video, I'll put a link for that right here. But there's the watchdog watching over the coach. Row, 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 row. Sick 'em. I've been watching too many commercials. But anyways, you can see it's disconnected. I got the wiring cut right there. That's 12 volts to this switch. And this switch reels the hose back up after you have it out. And then this piece of PEX right here, I think there was a flexible hose that went and tied into the supply side of the hose reel. And that's what fed the coach water. So the way these hose reels work is you just pull out the hose. There's a hole right there, or you can just stick it through that one right there and connect it to the hose bib at the RV park or at your house. So I'm gonna take that hose reel out of there, get it set up on the bench. That way I can explain to you guys what I'm doing a little bit better. There you go. Come on out of there. Okay, so here it is. So this would be the supply. And then there's the outlet right there that used to tie into that PEX. All right, so here's what I got. Just ordered this off Amazon. It's an RV water regulator. Looks like it comes with some paperwork. And then here it is. Just a hose bib connection on each side. Nice little liquid-filled gauge. And then right there with the flat blade screwdriver, you can adjust the pressure. And I think this thing is preset to 45 PSI. So the reason you want one of these is to protect your rig from too much water pressure if you're hooked up to a water supply. Because some of those RV parks could have 70, 80, or higher PSI. So from what I've read, 45 to 55 PSI is about the perfect water pressure for an RV. You really don't want it to be any higher than 60. That's when you risk having leaks and damaging your pipes, and you don't want to deal with that. So you could probably get away with one of these little cheap ones. I mean, it's better than nothing. Looks like it's set up for 50 to 55 PSI, but I like the adjustable style, and I like that it has a gauge. So these are designed to be screwed right onto the hose bib at the RV park. So this side would go onto the hose bib. There's an arrow right there showing the flow, and then this side you'd screw a hose on there and take that right to your coach. So I was staring at this one day and I realized, man, I could just put this regulator right here and it would be mounted to the output side of that hose reel. Basically the same as if you put it on the hose bib. And that way it's permanently mounted inside the coach. So it's kind of the same concept as what I did with that watchdog. I just hard mounted a portable device inside the bay. So on one of our last trips, I was an idiot and drove off and left a brand new water regulator attached to the RV park's hose bib. So somebody got an early Christmas gift that day. So I hope to avoid that in the future, and that's one of the reasons I'm doing this project. Okay, so here's my plan. Picked up a bunch of fittings from Home Depot. These are just brass water fittings. And the thread on the output of the hose reel, that's 1/2 inch pipe thread. So what we got here is a 1/2 inch pipe thread internal by 3/4 external pipe thread. That'll thread right on there. And then this one is a garden hose adapter with 3/4 inch pipe thread on the inside. So that would end up threading right onto the regulator. And then this is pipe thread. So that would thread right onto there. And then on the other side, I kind of had to get creative. They didn't have exactly what I wanted, but this is a garden hose adapter with 1/2" male threads. So that'll go right on there like that. And then a coupling to connect a PEX elbow, 1/2". And that'll just tie right into that piece of PEX. So the total cost for everything, I think each fitting was like $7 or $8. 5 of those, so that's about $40. And then that regulator was like $35 on Amazon. So about $75 for everything. And I'll put links to all this stuff down below. Here's a better look at those fittings on the hose bib side of the regulator. There's the part numbers, sizes. And then here's the output side that'll be connecting to the PEX. So I'm gonna get all this connected. Hopefully I got all the right fittings. We'll see if this works. So I did a test fit and realized I was gonna have to rework that PEX. So picked up a few more parts, about $30 worth, but what are you gonna do? Project's still under $100. I think this might be the first time I've used this tool. And I got the wrong clamps. Need the ring clamps. Back to the store. All right, let's try this again. It's good. That right there. Okay, so everything's installed. Got the hose reel mounted down. Got the 12 volts hooked back up. It fits in there perfect. You can get a little screwdriver right there and adjust that real easy if you need to. There's all the new PEX. And put the main shut-off ball valve right here. So I think it came out really nice. Now the only downside of installing it like this is if you wanted to use a filter, because the filter needs to go on the downstream side of the regulator. But this coach already has a filter system. You can kind of see it back in there. There's a better shot of it. But if it didn't have that, I'd probably just put some fittings right here where the ball valve is and put one of those little RV filters right here on this wall. So this is how I did it on my coach. I'm sure you can make this work on just about any RV. Just have to trace out the plumbing and find a good spot to put that. And then just take into account where you want to put your filter. Now the only thing left is to test it out, see how it works, and make sure there's no leaks. And since it's such a beautiful day, I'm going to pull the coach outside. Then I'll just use that hose bib right there. First, I'm going to check the water pressure on this hose bib. Looks like we're a little over 60. All right, so there it is. It is preset at 45 PSI. No leaks, everything looks good. Turn this valve on and see how it looks inside. Oh yeah, that's gonna make for a nice shower. Well, another project in the books. And I think that's gonna work out really nice. One less thing to worry about. So thanks a lot for watching. Hope this has been helpful. We'll see you guys on the next one.